Stir Up
with MsCosmo.
exclusive to 5FM.
The Stir Up
With MsCosmo.
Hey, the big hash solved the problem on 5FM. That one's called Plug Nice. And of course, the homie himself is finally in studio. Make some noise for Big Hash. What up, though?
I was gonna do that sound effect.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're a hip-hop show. We've got everything sorted here.
I feel it.
We've been doing this. Welcome to the Stir Up.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, you almost didn't make it.
Yes.
Why are you late? Tell your fans why you are late. Because he knows he's late.
Guys,
Huh?
it's because the big hash messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his fault entirely on
Okay.
his own accord. Even though behind the scenes, they'll never let you know what
Of course.
really happened.
Of course. Okay, well, welcome to the Stir Up. You've had an amazing year. I think even an amazing 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, the music is out, Circles is out, is out. That's the name of the album.
Yes.
I hear on
Mixtape.
mixtape. Well, I hear on the streets that there's an album on the way.
Yeah, but you may be mistaken.
Okay, well, we'll get into a little bit more of that in a moment. So give us a bit of a breakdown, like, where you from? What's your vibe? Like, I know obviously people are hearing about you because of the music and they're hearing a lot of people mentioning your name.
Yeah.
But who is the Big Hash?
The Big Hash is a 19-year-old musician.
Mm-hmm.
From the city of Pretoria, Cap City. That's where I come from.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just the type of person that just loves my city,
Yes.
and I rep it so well.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I don't speak for myself. If you play my MP3, you'll understand who I am.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're all about the music. You're all about people getting to know you through the music.
Yes, sir.
I dig that. And of course, the music has been one of those things that we've all kind of gotten to know you through. And I only got, wind of you because of Ricky Rick. So how did you actually get to meeting Ricky for you guys to actually have that kind of a vibe for him to say, yo, this is the next kid to kind of look out for?
So basically, I dropped an EP last year, or the year before that, actually. Sorry.
We're in
It's been 2 years.
2020
Yeah, we're in
now.
2020 now.
Yes.
Sorry. In 2018, it was called Life and Times of a Teenage Influence EP, and basically, Ricky hit up my team after hearing that project, and he's like, "Yo, let's link up. I'm just trying to see what the vibe is with you boys," and the same day he hit us up, like literally we linked the same night. Like
Nice.
he pulled up to the studio, we kicked it, threw out a couple jams here and there, and like I guess it was more of like he messed with the energy a lot more than the music itself,
Yes.
and he started bringing me out to shows,
Mm-hmm.
and then took off.
The rest is history.
Yes, sir.
That's so dope, especially getting that recognition from somebody so big. Did you expect that to happen so soon for you?
Honestly speaking, no.
Really?
No. I mean, obviously, like, if I put it out there, I'm trying to put out music, like, because I want to change my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, sooner or later it was bound to happen, but I didn't expect it to come like that fast. Like, yo, it's in your face now.
Exactly.
But it's a blessing in disguise. A lot of things happen. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things will happen
Yes.
because of all of these blessings.
Definitely. I'm glad that you're one of those people who actually counts your blessings, because a lot of people also kind of feel that they're running off of their own steam. Are you very spiritual in that regard?
Yes, actually. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's good. It's nice to have a belief system. Give us a bit of a breakdown as to the Big Hash, the name. because I think a lot of people obviously think, yo, okay, the big hash, I know. We're going to see somebody coming in with the power. And then you walk in and you're a little bit smaller than someone would expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that a lot as well. When people see me, they're like, how can you this short? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
so
you.
give me a breakdown about the name.
So basically, it's like the first day of high school, I get there, and I'm this tiny kid.
Yeah.
You know, I've got like a huge head. I've got huge hands. I've got huge feet and a tiny body. Like I was like way tinier than this, bro. Like you won't even believe, you know. And I got to the school, and everyone was so fascinated by how large my foot was on such a small body, and they're like, "Oh, it's the myth, it's the legend, it's Bigfoot." And I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And now Hans are calling me Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Wow.
Yeah, it's deep. And it's just like, okay, I need to find a way to get rid of this name quick. If I don't embrace it now, it's going to stick the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I started rolling with it for a bit. You know, I was just like regular Bigfoot. Then I was like, nah, Bigfoot K, because my surname starts with a K.
Yeah.
And then I ended up removing the K from it and then putting a hashtag in front of it. So it was like hashtag Bigfoot, but the hashtag was silent just to make it look cool to stick. I was in grade 8, you know.
Yeah.
Like all these,
there's a lot happening.
you know, like Twitter was just
Yeah.
booming. Black Twitter didn't even exist yet.
Yes.
So during that point, I think I rolled with that name, hashtag Bigfoot, for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Up until grade 10, and then it was time to make an IG account now.
Oh.
I'm trying to find out, hey, what am I going to call myself here? Because no one is going to follow a guy called Bigfoot here.
Exactly.
So I saw the hashtag next to the big. I was like, oh, the big hash. And then I just made an Instagram name, but then I kept rolling with Bigfoot. And then I got to school, and then a homie of mine was like, yo, bro, like, stop tripping. That name is fire. Keep that. It's better than Bigfoot.
Yes.
Like, and then I started rolling with it since.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, there's always a story behind every name, and I guess that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? It's an identity at the end of the day. It's part of who you are. All right, so if you still want to hear a little bit more from Big Hash and you want to find out a little bit more from him, maybe there's a specific question that's been niggling you for a long time, hit me up on the WhatsApp line 0825505151. This is a beautiful song coming off of that mixtape, Young. One of those songs that have done so well in the streets, in the culture, on radio. Circles. The Big Hash on 5FM with Circles, that one coming off of his mixtape Young. I've still got the Big Hash in studio with me. Like I said, those questions can come through on the WhatsApp line 0825505151. Or if you want to call him and speak to him directly, 089 1100505. We're going to be chatting to him for a while here on the Stir Up. And okay, so the music is out. Obviously, like, you started your career while you were in high school, correct?
Yes.
Where you started like kind of putting the music together.
Yeah, definitely high school.
But there was a point where you then decided, maybe this high school thing's not really for me.
Yeah.
Give me the journey as to why exactly you decided, let me rather concentrate on the music, leave the school thing, and push forward. What motivated you to do that?
Okay, so basically, in 2016 when I was in grade 10, my mom had like some serious financial issues that she was going through, and it got so bad that I remember going to school, back to school. I went to a boarding school at the time, and I went back to school for the third term of that year, and I remember them turning us away, saying, "Yo, like, your coins, where they at?" You know? And like, it was bad because like we were really deep in debt. Like everything was just falling apart. And there was a time when I didn't go to school, and I was just like so desperate, like, because I didn't want to see my mom in that position. And I was like, you know what, nah, I'm gonna do this the only way that I know how. You know, I'm gonna try to change my life the way I want to, change everyone's life the way, you know, I want to. and that's when I started taking music seriously. But it didn't really happen like that. Like I think I recorded like one song. Yeah,
Studio time is expensive.
It's expensive. Like
Exactly.
I recorded like literally one song, and then I literally marketed that song for like 3-4 months because 8 coins went there, man. And I was like stuck in another school on the other side of the world because like it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes unfortunate situations like that kind of teach you how to grow up, how to be a man, how to take responsibility for certain situations. We're going to get into a little bit more of that story with Big Hash here on 5FM. Like I said, send through those questions to the WhatsApp line 082 550 We'll be back after these. The Big Hash on 5FM. This one's called Save Me. Still hanging out with him in studio. Taking some of your voice notes as well. So, some of you showing love and saying, yo, who is this guy? Yes. That's what we want here on the show. We're trying to introduce you to people. Some people might not know who you are. I mean, the rest of us do. But that's the energy you want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
sir.
apparently there was also another question on the WhatsApp line asking exactly what is your real name? Since you've given us the breakdown of the Big Hash. Who is Big? Like, what's on your ID right now?
Y'all could go Google that.
But we have you right here. You can give us a breakdown.
Y'all could go Google
No,
that.
no,
My
no.
mom is listening right now.
Exactly. So she wants to know the name that she
She
gave
can
you.
tell you herself.
You can tell us. So why are you acting like it's completely long?
Hey man, that's like 3 different phone numbers, okay? I keep saying.
Well, nice to have you in studio. Tsekhetso. Is that what you said?
Yes, Tsekhetso, but that's
Tsekhetso.
not the name I use.
Oh, okay. Well, at least your mom knows that you've represented yourself on radio for tonight.
Well, I have no choice. Someone else was going to Google it anyways and find it.
All right, so just getting back into your story about the school situation. So obviously it's unfortunate, but I like the fact that you rose above it and decided, you know what, I need to kind of take the situation into my hands, become the man, and pursue this music thing.
Yeah.
Do you see any value in education? Do you see yourself possibly either going back to finish or maybe doing anything education-wise for yourself?
You know, I'll be very honest. I don't see myself going back to education. What I do see myself doing though is learning a lot more in terms of like the music business and how it works, its ins and outs. More about the fashion business because I'm trying to go into fashion as well because I understand that like, you need to be multifaceted in this industry if you're gonna survive. But yeah, like definitely for me, I think the biggest point is just like learning about life on its own. I don't need school to teach me that.
Yes.
You know?
I hear you. I guess also your experiences also kind of teach you a lot of things as well. But also being in the industry, you also learn certain things, kind of getting into the industry and rubbing shoulders with the likes of Ricky Rick and all the other types of features that you had. What do you think the certain lessons that you've learned from being within the industry, especially now that you are obviously more recognizable than before?
Well, because I'm young, I have a lot left to learn. Like I can say I've learned like 3% of the industry. Like
Really?
I can say proudly 3% because like as much as people can say 3%, is that all you know?
Yeah.
Like bro, like try to find out like the 97% of
Yes.
the other stuff and like
It's difficult.
it's difficult.
Yes.
It's not easy, but like I'm taking it as the time goes. I'm moving with the right team, the right people. That's what I've learned as well. Like
Having the right people
having the
behind
right people, like the right people in your corner, having people who are going to know what you want to do 10 months from now before you even know it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, the planning phase is very
the
important.
planning phase is very important, and like that's what I've learned most definitely, and also like just having respect for the culture, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things that I've picked up on the street that I didn't like necessarily understand from from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Like when you're finally in the industry and you get to know its ins and outs, like you respect a lot more things than you have others. And
yes.
it's principle. I think that's what I've learned so far.
That's so dope. I like that. I can see that you've definitely got a good head on your shoulders. It's just obviously certain things come together at a certain time, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you also kind of believe that certain things happen for a reason.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? Yeah.
Serendipity.
Definitely. And what is it about your music that you think kind of got you the attention that you're getting right now? Like, because obviously being in the industry now, everybody's trying to get in, everybody's trying to rap, everybody's trying to be on. What is it about you that you think people are paying attention to be like, yo, he's definitely got next?
I'll be 120% honest this time. The only reason why people actually listen to my music is because I'm honest.
Okay. Break it
More
down.
honest than others. Reason being is because I'm honest from a kid's perspective.
Okay.
I'm honest for a lot of people who can't be honest to their parents.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I represent a whole new generation.
Yes.
And I speak of experiences that are being felt by this generation right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about, your average 25, 30-year-old. Like, I'm a 2000, killer 2000, guys.
Yes.
Like, you know what's up. Like,
Yes.
And it's a thing of like, I need to be able to tell these stories so that generations going forward, there's less generations who feel conflicted about being honest about how they really feel inside,
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into a little bit more of that here on 5FM. Like I said, you can still hit us up on the WhatsApp line with some of your questions, some of your comments. Maybe you just want to show him some love. 082-550-5151. The Big Hash is still in the studio. We are going to make our way to the local top 5 in a moment as well. This one featuring Sensei.
Garden, smell like garden. Oh my God,
The Big Hash with Sensei on this one. It's called Harden. Getting so much love on the WhatsApp line. One saying, oh, I'm so inspired by the hit you've just played. So close. Awesome, raw talent. That one coming through from Divine Rhythms in Fishhook in Cape Town. So people are hearing your music all around the country. People are digging your vibes. Don't you get like goosebumps or like weirded out when like people in like remote places are like, oh, Big Hash Ndwana, you've got it with this one?
Every time. Every time. Never gets old.
Do you get a chance to actually travel out to some of these places?
Honestly speaking, like, I don't necessarily get to see these places. Like, I think it's like I have a lot of fans, but they're scattered, So it's like, it's pointless for me pulling up to one province for 30 people or 5 people, or like anything under 100 at least, like, and it's like I want to be able to give people an experience when I'm outside of the province, like when I pop up to a show, like let's rock out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And I want everybody to rock out. I don't want 5 people to rock out,
I hear you. But I guess it's all about putting in the work at the end of the day, because that's what will get the people to the shows.
Yeah.
So you got to keep on grinding, keep on making sure that the music is out there. All right. So a little bit earlier, we had spoken about your music and how honest you are with regards to your music. But something else that you were quite honest about sometime last year was the fact that you needed to kind of take a break. You were like, you're going through some stuff right now. Maybe you need to kind of take a social media break, or maybe even just a break from the entertainment industry. What exactly was going on?
So basically, I had hit a wall creatively, and emotionally. It was like overwhelming just to be finally in that space, but the whole world telling you to do 5,000 different things to live up to another person that they put you up against. And it's just like, why should I have to be in that position knowing that, like, I didn't come into this industry trying to put myself in this position.
Yeah.
I came into the industry because I love to make music and I love putting it out there. I love giving people music, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be compared to somebody else and have the standards of living to someone else's expectations because they've set a bar that I need to break because, you know, like it's a ceiling that needs, you know, to be torn down. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And like I just, you know, took a break and I had to focus on myself and also getting in touch with my religious side.
Okay.
I've been working a lot more internally than I have been, like, you know, externally.
Yes. But that's good.
Yeah. It definitely is because it got me through a time where I think most people, they wouldn't know how to, you know, snap out of it,
Yes.
you know?
I was actually about to ask you about that because it also kind of seemed very quick.
Yeah.
Your little break that you kind of took because it was like,
Yeah.
okay, you made this announcement. I'm taking a break.
I'd
I need
taken
to
it
kinda-
for a while.
Yeah, but then when you made the announcement, it kind of
Yeah.
felt like, okay, that's when he's going off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then you're back in and you're still doing shows and things like that. So it was like, okay, but when did you take the break?
Oh, and I've been taking a break. Like the fact that I haven't dropped any music since March.
Okay.
Circles came out March. That was the last thing I dropped with Young.
Yeah.
And like I've been, you know, very, very, very careful about how I move behind the scenes. I've made a lot of business moves so that this year could be the year, you know?
Nice. Well, it possibly could be that year because we all know that the Big Hash, while it had just been announced this past week, that you hit number 1 of that new wave list. How do you feel about that? Basically, the panel said, you know, Hottest MCs, we saw that one last year. They said, okay, sharp, those ones will always be there. But there's the new kids that we need to be on the lookout for. And at number 1 of that list is the Big Hash.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
I got a lot of people putting money on my head. It feels great and overwhelming at the same time.
Is it too much pressure?
I mean, like, I've managed to get through the pressure. I mean, like, you can't live in this industry without ever facing pressure at all.
Yes.
You know, but it's something that I've just like decided to just let stand. You know, like I feel like that number 1. As much as it's amazing, it doesn't mean anything to me more than a number 1 with my song or
Yes.
like, you know, a number 1 with you know, with anything that I do besides just being number 1 next up.
But don't you think your music is what's kind of getting people to give you that appreciation? Because it's an
Of
appreciation
course.
at the end of the
Of
day.
course.
And if you weren't making hot music, you wouldn't be appreciated to be put at number 1.
I mean, I understand that 100%, but I'm just saying, like, 2020 is the year to not be coming up still.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I hear you. I
Like-
hear you. So you don't want to still be a newcomer. You want to be in.
I want to be in. Like, I want to make sure that whatever that I do is going to set the next record for the next 5 years. Not
Nice.
focusing on someone else, focusing on me and
Ah.
the stuff that I do.
I hear you. All right. So if you weren't rapping, what would you be doing?
I've been asked that many times, and you know what I always say?
Nothing. What? Nothing else?
Yep.
Really? You can't even think of what else you could possibly be doing.
Nope.
Even when you were younger, like there was no other aspirations whatsoever.
Nope.
Really?
No. When I was younger, I never wanted anything to do with life. I just wanted to be, you know, a
A
kid.
star.
No,
Oh,
a
okay.
kid. But I always knew, like, when I turned 11,
Yeah.
that's when I actually like started taking a lot more, you know, music initiative, and then that's
Yeah.
when I knew, like, okay, you know what, nah, this is it.
This is it. Nice. All right. So obviously coming up, it takes a while for people to kind of get into this industry. It takes a while for people to pay attention. It also takes a while for people to actually start taking you seriously. So much so that they actually pay you the fee that you want to be paid. Right? When you finally got that big check where you're like, people are starting to respect me now, what's the first thing you bought?
You know, I don't remember.
Ooh, did you just blow it like that?
I
won't trust you if you win the lotto.
The
You
thing is
won't
that
remember what you bought.
I think you might find me on I blew it, eh? I will lie. But like, I think, what was it? The first thing I bought was a pizza.
Oh.
First thing I bought was a pizza when I
Yes.
got like my first big bag.
Yes.
Yeah, pizza.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's one of the simple pleasures of life, I guess, when you're able to kind of do something for yourself with your own money and be like, I didn't get this from my parents. I didn't have to hustle this. You know what I mean? It's something that you earned for yourself.
When you earn it, it feels
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
sure.
Big Hash, where's the music? People want the music.
Okay, so I'm just say it on the air right now. I got this new single coming out.
Yes.
I got this new single coming out. It's called Amnesia.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah.
So when can we expect said single? Or is it coming in the next week? Is it coming in the next month? Or should we just like wait until you're ready to kind of drop it?
Count your days, count your blessings, count your hours.
Yes. That's all we want to know.
Yes,
That's all we
sir.
want to know. Okay, cool. Well, at least the music is coming because, like you said, the last time you dropped something was in March last year.
Yeah.
So almost a year later, we're getting brand new music from the Big Hash, and that's
Literally.
all we're kind of excited for. I think you're gonna have an amazing 2020. I think it's definitely gonna move in your direction, and I like the way the energy that you kind of have and how you're kind of running and saying, yo, I still want to work. I still want to make sure that people kind of hear me. And you're not trying to be too arrogant about it. So kind of keep it there.
I mean,
Don't get too gassed up.
I seen too many people at that point, and I felt like I might have also nearly crossed that junction.
And then you pulled yourself back.
If I didn't have like if not both feet, then at least one foot through the door, and I had to take it out like, yo, okay, nah.
I'm glad you saw it before it got too late because that's how a lot of people kind of lose their footing. And then they're like, what happened? Because
And
I
it
was
gets
on
rough.
top. Exactly. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming through to the Stir Up. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man. I guess what else can we look forward to besides the single that's going to be dropping soon?
The Palm Trees music video.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Finally.
Me and Toho got some other crazy visuals coming through. And hopefully within the next month it should be sitting on your TV screen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The work is coming. The work is coming.
Yeah, and then I got Nyani too with Nati and Boiti.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear that. I think that's
yeah.
gonna be fire.
I was waiting for the right timing, and I guess it would have made sense to drop it this year. I mean it was too ahead of its time to drop it last year. Sorry.
Yes.
So.
Okay, but then okay, so we're getting Amnesia first just to say, okay, I'm back in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Nyani's only gonna come later. Because I've been waiting to hear it. Because
Yeah.
when I heard the announcement, I was like, yo, okay, okay, this is gonna be hot. All right, we'll be
Yeah.
patient enough. But I guess everybody just needs to stay tuned and keep following you on your socials, correct?
Yes, sir.
And for those people who don't know, where can we follow you?
On Instagram it is the Big Hash, and I deactivated my Twitter.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
When are you coming back?
I doubt, man.
Really?
Man, some people are just more savage than others. Some people are just like, less prepared for what they see on their screens.
Okay.
So, it was an indefinite exit. Let's just
You're
call
not
it
about
that.
the trolls.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, at least you want sanity, and that's a good thing because at
Yeah.
least you know what you want.
You'll
So
lose
there
your
you have
mind
it.
up there.
There you have it. That is the Big Hash here on the Stir Up. Thank you so much for coming through. Thanks for making the effort. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes. And of course, we are still here on 5FM. We're still going to give you the local top 5. We do have a brand new number 5 for this week. Played it as a new heat last week. Got so much love, it made it to the charts.
This
Bust down.